everybody, I'm Lizfaerie,
Hi guys, I'm Joey.
and we're back for another WIP Wednesday.
Yeah.
We took the week off last week because we were testing our setup, but everything seems to be working fine now. So
Yeah. Maybe you guys caught our Stardew stream.
Yeah, we did play Stardew
last
Valley
week,
to test our stream last week. So if you guys are interested in watching that, you can find that on the channel right now.
Yeah.
And so we're going to go ahead and do WIP Wednesday this week after not doing it for a couple of weeks.
Right.
For quite a few weeks, actually.
I think it's been a while since we've had our...
And, like, I have kind of a lot of stuff to show you guys, but it's mostly just one particular project that it's all been part of.
Right.
So there's not, I guess, a lot of different varied things. But there is kind of a lot that I've been working on.
Right.
So, the first thing that I'm going to show you guys is a piece of lace that I've been working on. So let me just switch over here. Oh, and our keyboard is still in frame. I should have probably checked that before we started.
You saw nothing.
So I've been working on trying to come up with a piece of lace to represent like a little skull pattern, and this is what I have so far.
Yeah.
There's some things about it that I am maybe going to change. This is the first prototype.
I mean, I think you can tell it's a skull, definitely.
You can tell that it's a skull, but I don't think it looks enough like one that I'm like happy with it. I think that there's some more fine tuning that I can do around the tooth and jaw area.
Totally.
Maybe, and of course I haven't actually finished it. I haven't done the crown of the head.
Right, yeah.
So
it's got a bit of a flat top.
Yeah. So that's just not complete as it is a whip. So that's fine. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that I'm okay with how this is coming out. But I don't know. I'm pretty sure that there's a few things that I could do differently that'll make it a lot more clear that it's a skull. Another thing that kind of bugs me, and this was something that bothered me about my skull applique that I made as well, is that it's hard to get the eyes to not look like mad angry.
Right.
It's hard
to not have that little angle up top.
Little angle at the bottom and at the top. Hey, it's Demon Lee.
Hey, Demon Lee.
What's up, Demon Lee?
How's it going?
It's nice to see you in the chat again. So yeah, I think that maybe if I do some things differently with like the chain around the eyes here or something, maybe it'll have a nicer shape to the eye, but I'm not really sure.
Our mic is dropping. I'm gonna fix it real quick.
Yeah, maybe tighten it a little bit so that it doesn't drop as much.
There we go.
Okay, sorry about that. Oops. Probably I should have muted the mic while we were doing that. Sorry
guys.
So the reason why I'm doing this is because I wanted to embellish a piece of fabric with some lace, and I was trying to come up with a design. I'm not actually sure if this is what I'm going to end up using because I feel like maybe it's a little bit too much for what I'm gonna do. Right. And you guys will see why in a moment when I show you that. But first, let me go on a little odyssey on all of my fabric embellishment stuff that I've been working on. Let me stuff this lace back inside so that it doesn't get unraveled. Right. So those of you that have been following the channel for a while may have seen my tapestry to a curtain tutorial. Right. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm doing it in a slightly different way this time, though. So, I'm not sure if I should redo that tutorial. Maybe I should, just because it's
been a long time.
Been a long time since I've done it, yeah. But I was going to do
refresh on.
True. But I was going to do a tutorial on just generally how to embellish fabric in general with crochet, and I almost wonder if it's maybe too much the same thing, but I don't know. Maybe I will do both, but we'll see. So I've been working on these curtains for the studio forever, and the reason why it's taking so long is because I do have to go around the whole thing with the crochet. I've got one side fully completed, so I've got this corner to this corner done, and I'm working on this side. But it does take forever to get all the way around.
Right.
I love this fabric so much. When I got it, I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it, but I'm really glad that it's going to be in the studio. And It's funny because we seem to have just a butterfly motif going on in the studio unintentionally, just because that happened to line up with everything that we have in here. But this fabric does have a nice little butterfly pattern that matches with the lamp that we just got. We finally have our overhead lighting in the studio ready.
Serious.
So our lighting is a little nicer.
We don't have just one harsh little desk light.
Yeah. So when we finish our studio, we will show you guys all of those updates.
I know. Once it's clean in here.
Yeah, it's kind of a bit of a mess right now. But that's because I am cleaning stuff. We just got some more of those plastic dressers to organize the closet a little bit more. So I've been digging stuff out of the closet so that I could shove it all back in.
Yeah, we actually took the closet doors off of the closet just to open it up and give it a little bit more space and room. And we were able to luckily find a spot to stash them away. Yeah.
So hopefully these curtains will be done. I only have one right now to show you because I have to do this twice because I'm making 2 curtains. Right now I'm just making just a couple of extra inches of fabric just to kind of bulk up the length and width of this fabric. But I was thinking that after I finish edging it with this dark purple, I'm going to actually just string a bunch of vines and flowers all over it, maybe.
Nice.
I was thinking that might look kind of cool, just to kind of make the pattern kind of pop a little bit and go with the pattern itself, and not just have this I don't know, granny square look. As not that granny squares are bad, but it's I don't know. I don't know if that's exactly what I want to do with this pattern. I think it would look really nice to try to do some flower and leaf motifs and just kind of strand them along it.
That'd be cute.
And hopefully you guys will see what I mean eventually.
I know, right?
If I ever get all of this dark purple. It doesn't seem
clear. Down. Eventually you guys will be able to see.
Yeah, I will show you guys. Oh. And apparently the lighting is good. Thanks for telling us that.
Thank you guys for the feedback. Thanks, Stephen Lee.
Okay, so let me, could you just put that to the side, please? It's just kind of bulky. I don't want to put it back in here. So I am going to try to do a tutorial just to show you guys how I embellish fabric with yarn. And I have this random little scrap of fabric. If you've seen a lot of my videos, you may recognize this fabric as the one that I used for that dress that I made a while back, with the one with the sort of sweetheart neckline and the lace embellishment. And the technique I used for that is going to be the exact same thing too, because the technique I used to embellish fabric is all the same for everything. So you can use that for curtains, you can use it for making a dress, you can use it for literally anything that you can put on any fabric.
Yeah. Any way that you can crochet on top of fabric.
Yeah. So so I have this little scrap of fabric here, and I'm just going to use this to kind of do a little test, I guess a test swatch of stitching some fabric or stitching some foundation onto here and then crocheting on top of it.
Nice.
And then I also have a couple of other things here. I have this shirt that I have worn in the past, but I recently chopped the sleeves off of it because they were not working for me. Sleeves tend to be way too tight on anything that I ever get ever.
Right.
I just have really big arms compared to all standard sizes, it seems. So no matter how big of a shirt I get, the sleeves are never big enough. So this is a nice Disney princess shirt that I've had for a while. It used to be full length long sleeves, but as you can see, I added this crocheted neckline to it to give it more of a V-neck. It also used to have a really, really high choking neckline.
Right.
So it was just a generally uncomfortable shirt with a really cute print. So I needed to do something to it to make it worth it. So I chopped out the neckline and added this crocheted neckline. So I'm going to do the same thing to the sleeves. And I think I am just going to leave it as a short, as a tank top type thing now, instead of giving it full sleeves or anything like that. But you could use that technique to give something full sleeves, and that's what I'm going to do with this shirt here.
Nice.
And that is why I was doing the black lace skull thing, because I was thinking of doing that with this, but I don't think I'm going to do it because I feel like it would be too much. So let me show you guys the shirt.
Yeah, what is that?
Here is the shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is one that
so
I think I maybe got for my birthday, maybe from your sister, maybe, I think. But it's super cute, and I really like it. But again, sleeves, they just don't work for me. There's something about me and sleeves that just don't mix.
Right.
So I did have to chop the sleeves out, but it just doesn't look right as just a straight tank top, and I think it would look really, really cool if I put just some lace full sleeves on it so that it's back to being a sleeved shirt.
Right.
And then the other thing that's really cool about this one is that it's also printed on the back, and it has this other cool print.
Yeah, I love wraparound prints.
Yeah, I love this shirt a lot, but I've never actually even worn it because the sleeves just didn't work at all.
Right.
So I'm going to try to give it full length black lace sleeves. So I was going to try to do the skulls thing, but I think it's just a bit too much.
Right.
Might be nicer to do just a general like lacy stitch, just so that I don't have to work as hard too, because it would be a little bit annoying to just make a whole bunch of little skulls all over for like a full sleeve. But yeah, I'm not sure what I should do to make the sleeves for this. Like what type of I guess I'm not that familiar with like lacy stitches, I guess. So I've done a little bit of research, and I've tried to find certain lacy stitches that I've liked, but I haven't really found anything that I think will work for this shirt design. So if you guys have any lacy stitches that you like to use that are not impossible to understand for somebody who doesn't really have very much experience with lacy stitches, you guys should comment that to me, or you could, I don't know, message me on Instagram or something. I don't know.
Message or leave it in the chat.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe something just like geometric or floral, just with black lace.
Yeah,
that's
I can see floral.
All I know is black lace.
Right.
Floral would be kind of cool, but I don't know if I'm that advanced, to be honest. Maybe though. Maybe there's like some sort of easy semi.
There's got to be some more beginner floral patterns or designs.
Yeah. It's hard to find lacy stitches, I guess. So hopefully that'll look nice when I've done that. And then the other thing that I'm doing with that same design is I'm going to cut the back out of this shirt and make a new back out of it. This one I'm going to probably do with Irish lace and just kind of like wing it. I was thinking though of maybe filming it and doing excuse me, sorry. So I was thinking of filming the whole thing though, maybe, and just kind of doing like a full video of you guys just seeing me do an entire like improvisational crochet piece. And I was also thinking of trying to do the additional challenge of it being like not very many complex stitches, kind of just sticking to the basic stitches of just like chains, slip stitches, maybe single crochet, and that's it. Maybe picots, which is just chains and slip stitches, so it's again just basic stitches.
Yeah.
So I think that might be a kind of a cool thing to do for a video, and let me show you guys the graphic on the shirt, because I think this would work really well for like an improv crochet piece. So here's the front of the shirt. And I just, we saw this at the on a clearance rack. It was $5.
Yeah, and it's just super cute.
And it's such a cute front of the shirt, but I hate the back because it's like one of those fake tour shirts, and I kind of hate fake tour shirts. So I'm going to chop out the back and give it a nice lace back. I didn't notice that the back had that on it until after we already bought it, though. I just didn't look at the back because, I mean, why would you look at the back? It's a shirt. You don't usually get prints on the back of a shirt. But yeah, I just really like the like faded look on it. It's not, obviously it's like not actually vintage, but it does have that vintage look because of the fading.
And the style of art.
Yeah,
too.
the style of art. And I think it would just look a lot nicer with a lace back than it does with just fake tour dates on it.
Yeah, agreed.
So I think that a lot of crochet improv lace type stuff, like Irish lace type stuff, does kind of, especially if you use a lot of colors instead of the sticking to the basic white lace, it has like a lot more of like a coral reef type of look. So I think it'll really work really well with this design,
right,
and kind of work really well with it, much better than what it has on the back already. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm not sure what colors I'm going to use. Probably I'm going to stick to mostly what it has on the shirt already, which is just like navy, coral, and I guess this light teal. But I
right.
do think I should add a couple of other pops of color just to, you know, like, I don't know, to make it like...
Just brighten it up a little bit.
Yeah, to brighten it up, because these colors are really unsaturated.
Yeah.
Really, like...
They are pretty muted.
Faded and muted. Yeah, exactly. So, oh yeah, and I've already started the process of adding my row of foundation chains around the edges of the shirt. I think I'm actually going to keep the bottom edge here, and I'm just going to chop out the entire inside of the shirt. And kind of just like, just have the crochet start as soon as the side seam ends on the shirt here. I've almost gotten all the way around. There's my needle. I forgot that was in there. So I think that's it for all of my fabric.
All the basket?
Yeah, you can put this back in the basket now. Alright. And now the other thing that we have to show you guys, I'm actually going to stay on the smaller camera for, because I kind of want to show you small bits of it at a time instead of the whole thing. So if you have been following my Instagram, you might have seen the picture that I posted earlier of the back of her head. It looked something like that. I've done a lot of work on this doll. If you
it's been
here, let me pop over here so that I can just talk about it for a minute. I've done a lot of this work, a lot of work on this doll since the last time that I talked to you guys. I actually expected to have finished with it by that time, since we were last here for WIP Wednesday, but there was just a whole bunch of mishaps happened. I ended up not being able to I guess not being able to meet with the person that I was going to give this doll to. So I ended up not like planning to finish it for a while longer, which I'm really glad of, because it would have been a lot more rushed.
Yeah,
and it wouldn't have looked as nice if I hadn't.
Yeah, you're able to put in a lot more time and polish into it now.
Yeah, so I'm very glad that that is what ended up happening, because I did a lot better of a job on it than I probably would have if I had rushed myself, which I was fully going to do. So, let me first show you, I guess, let's show you the face first. First you can see her little ears that I added. They're very cute. They're pretty much the same exact thing that I did for my cat ears, except they don't have a pointy tip, so. And then there's her eyes. They look a little bit scary at the moment, I think, because she really needs some eyebrows pretty badly.
Right.
I think that will help a lot.
Yeah.
Is she has some eyebrows. There might be a little bit more sculpting I need to do on her face also as well eventually. I want to add some little teeth to the top of her mouth and the bottom of her mouth, and then add a little bit more of the yarn over it to kind of like close it in. And then she will also be brushed out like I did with my bunny girl doll. And you might have also seen her corset that is being made. It's kind of hard to not show that at the same time.
Yeah, right.
But so this is the first doll that I've made with the eyes being inset, and I'm not really a crazy fan of how the eyes look on the camera just because of the glare of the light. They look a little better if they're not in the light, just because of the gloss that I used on them. And I know that is a problem that a lot of people have with doll eyes. If you gloss them, it's just hard to get good photos. So I'm almost considering undoing that and just repainting over the eyes with not gloss. Maybe, potentially, maybe. I'm not sure though. I'm on the fence about it. Maybe it would be good to just gloss like a small piece of it. I don't know. I will figure it out. But I think she'll look a lot nicer once I have finished with her mouth and it's not just like kind of weirdly open and she just has a tongue, which is a little strange. And she really needs some eyebrows. And I think it will also help a lot to fluff her. But I really like how she's looking so far, the shape that she's in. And this is a commissioned piece, so it is trying to look like a particular person, I guess.
That particular person, if they were a bear.
If they were a bear. I guess so. So, oh yeah, and I did actually give her little cute little bear tail. And the other thing that I've been working on, as you can see, is this corset that I've already been showing you. It's not quite finished yet. I still have to do a lot of work on the boning here and at the underwire area. I haven't put the underwire in yet. I was kind of on the fence about whatever I was going to. I was kind of on the fence about whether I was going to do that at all, but I think it will help with the shape of the bust a little bit if I do add underwire. So.
And Demon Lee says, "Wow, how long does it take to shape the face like that?"
It doesn't take as long as you would think to shape the face like that, honestly. And this is the first time that I've done this much to shape the face like that, like with insetting the eyes, for instance. So, there's a lot of things that I probably could have done that would have saved a lot more time and been a lot more efficient. And I'm glad that I didn't actually film this. I was going to film doing this doll, but I've only been actually filming the outfits, and I didn't film any of the making of the actual doll, because I knew that I didn't really know what I was doing. So, now that I've done one doll like this, I think I'm going to make another doll to actually show you guys how to do this body. And to make it kind of in a similar aesthetic, I was considering making her like a mousy girl so that she has like a similar ear and body shape type of aesthetic.
That'd be cute.
So, so I'll show you guys roughly how I did this doll's full costume eventually. But when I do the actual doll itself, that part I'll have to show you guys with a different doll, because I did not film that. And there's way better ways that I could have done. I'm not sure exactly how long it did take, though. Probably a few hours, but I think I was kind of rushing this one too, just because I was kind of running out of yarn, and we couldn't find the yarn for like ever.
Yeah, I know.
We finally found it again, so I'm very glad, because there's a couple of spots that she does still need a little bit more yarn in, and I do need to fill in her face a little bit more and cover up the mouth and the teeth when I add them. So hopefully that will look a little less scary when the face is done more. And then
I think she looks cute.
She looks pretty
cute.
She
doesn't look that scary.
She looks pretty cute for not having the eyebrows, I think. I think the eyebrows are going to make a huge difference to the face. And also, I think the teeth are going to make her a lot cuter, too.
Yeah.
I think the teeth are going to add a lot. And then I do want to add a little bit more sculpting to a couple of spots of the face before I brush her out. And then one other thing that I've been working on for her is these leggings, or nylons, I guess I should say, because they are only thigh highs. They're not full leggings. And as you can see, I have also not finished the crotch of this doll yet. But yeah, I was surprised by how simple it was to make these leggings.
Yeah, no, they look really good too.
They look pretty good. And I still have to add the top elastic thing to hold them up. They were supposed to be black. They are blue. They don't look that blue in real life. They look very, very blue on the camera. But this camera likes to turn things blue.
Yeah.
So.
But they were labeled as black.
Yeah, they were labeled as black, but this is not black. This is blue. This is navy.
Liars.
It's a little less blue though in real life. But I was surprised though. They came out pretty nice. So yeah, I just need to add some elastic to the top of those, and they should be pretty much done.
Nice.
And then there's one other piece that I have that I made for this costume, and this is a little petticoat that I got for her.
Oh yeah.
So let's put that on her. There we go. And that outfit is almost complete. She just needs her garter belts. That's the only thing that I have to finish making completely. And then the one other thing that I did start making was her wig. I haven't finished it yet, so let me show you guys that a little closer up. So here is the uncurled hair, and here is the curled hair. And the difference is pretty intense. I think it adds so much to curl the hair. It looks like a lot more realistic, I think, maybe. There's like one little spot that I actually burned the hair right here. You can see it's a little browner in a couple of spots. Yeah, you can kind of tell. Which is unfortunate. But, you know, it's at the bottom. It's at the back. So, you know. I think that I could also... Some people will color it in with Sharpie and then go over it again with the flat iron. So that supposedly will add some of the color back into it. Right. I don't know if I want to do that, but... Dearly says, I love her stockings. Thank you, Dearly. I love them too.
Yeah, they're real cute.
I'm so happy with how she's turning out. And I really love the way that the contrast between the materials looks. The nylon contrasted with the crochet and the lace contrasted with the crochet. Yeah. I really like using different fabrics.
Yeah, whenever there's different mediums, it always seems to
it adds so much,
make it pop or just make it more realistic or something. Yeah, it looks more
realistic on that scale, definitely. So, let me see if I can find the bottom of this wig. And I can maybe kind of roughly show you guys maybe what she would look like a little bit. Actually, let me go off screen for a moment just because it'll be way easier to put her wig on if I'm looking at it than if it's on camera. But, and you'll have to bear with me because some of this wig is not finished yet.
Bear with you?
Nice.
Silly.
Well done. Okay, well, this isn't really on very, very well, but I was just kind of roughly putting it on. And obviously it'll be a little more full than this, but something like that when she's got her wig on. And I already am loving this. It looks so cute with the curls and the little ears poking out. So cute. And if all goes according to plan, this is just one outfit that I'm going to make for her. Hopefully, I'm not sure if I will completely be able to, but I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to make another look for her.
Right.
Complete with another wig. Hopefully, we'll see. This wig is a lot harder to make because of all the curling, and the other wig is going to be a straight hair wig, so it'll be a lot easier to make. So... I think the hair helps like a lot, but I'm telling you, it's the eyebrows. The hair covers up the forehead, so it makes it look not as weird.
Yeah.
If she had the eyebrows, that would help a lot.
Yeah, I can see that.
But yeah, the hair helps a lot. I think she looks so freaking cute. She's gonna be adorable. I love this doll. I can't wait till she has her little teeth. I'm so excited for that. So she's starting to come together really, really well. I'm pretty excited. And I've been avoiding sending a work in progress picture to the person that this is for. But I think maybe now she's a little bit less creepy and maybe I can send her a work in progress shot of her face at this point, right? She looks pretty cute. And I love the eyelashes too. I probably should have mentioned that.
Totally.
I actually used some actual real false eyelashes to make her eyelashes and it came out so good. I was surprised. I was not expecting it to come out as good as it did. So nice. But yeah, I love her. She looks beautiful.
Very
and
cute.
I'm very excited for her to be finished. I've been working on this doll for like how many months now? Okay, let's put her in frame here. So it's been maybe like 3 or 4 months maybe that I've been working on her. She's like a fairly complicated project.
Yeah.
But I do keep taking like breaks from her like every once in a while because I do have a lot of other stuff going on.
Yeah, you're always juggling different projects.
Yeah. So I think she's coming along really well, and I think I've made an amazing amount of progress on her in the small amount of time since we've seen you guys. Like, all of her eyes are done, and her face is sewn a whole lot, and almost all of her clothes is done. But I'm pretty excited. Hopefully I can get her second outfit done in time to actually get it. And I like, best case scenario, I could make her like a box to reside in too. But that's kind of pushing it a little bit, I think.
Right.
Even for me. So
we'll see what we have time for.
I don't know if I'll have time to make her house box to live in. But at any rate, she's going to be really cute, and she's going to be an excellent display piece. I did try to make her with like posability in mind, so she's got like some really nice solid structure skeleton going on. And that's the other reason why I left this open, because I've been trying to figure out how to make sure that she has enough mobility to be able to split out,
to be able to get a full split.
To do like a full split so that she can do some really nice poses. But I think I'm probably gonna have to go the more realistic route, potentially, maybe, with filling that space in.
Right.
Because I feel like there's not really many other ways that I could make it like work with like being able to move, but also like to open and close, I guess. So I'm probably gonna actually have to make her a little bit more realistic, which I was already gonna do anyway in certain spots, because it is a commission piece. So,
totally.
So I mean, that might be the only way that I can think of to solve that problem, but we'll see. There might be something else that I think of that
maybe you'll have like a sudden epiphany.
I think that might be the simplest way to do it. Though.
I'm sure. Especially
since I finally found some more yarn that matches her. I was so sad and scared that I was not going to be able to find that yarn for a while. So yeah, that is the last thing that we have to show for you to you guys this week.
That was the bear update.
That was the bear update, and she was updated so much. So I'm going to also do a little bit more work on her face, but one other thing that I wanted to ask you guys is I'm a little bit on the fence about whether I should give her like a makeup look or a more natural look. I'm kind of on the fence about that, so let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. And I guess that's it for us this time.
That should be all. Thank you so much for anyone that's come and got us in the or watched us in the archives, or that saw us live. Thank you, Demon Lane.
Thanks for all of your feedback.
Yeah, for your feedback and just chatting with us.
And we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'll have a bunch more work done on this doll. Hopefully those curtains will be closer to becoming actual curtains. And maybe I'll have a couple of other updates for you guys as well.
Yeah.
So we'll see you guys next week on Wednesday at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Hopefully, if we're not late.
I know. Hopefully. We'll see.
Bye, you guys.
Okay. Bye, guys.